speech contest. We have 8 contestants today who have gone through the club contest, the area contest, the division contest, and are finally here at District 13 International Speech Contest. And the winner today will represent the district in Las Vegas. I am Russell Drake, a distinguished Toastmaster, past district governor, and I am your contest chair. If you would, silence any phones, tablets, computers, beepers for the boomer generation. So that we won't interrupt our speakers. Let me give you the speaking order for this afternoon. Number 1, Don Michael. Number 2, Vanessa Matthews. Number 3, Michael Stanley. Number 4, David Russell. Number 5, Lawrence Olick. Number 6, Melissa Clay. Number 7, Kathy Finch. Number 8, Justin Kirk. Madam Chief Judge, have all the judges, timers, ballot counters been briefed?
All of the judges, timers, and ballot counters have been briefed thoroughly.
Then let the contest begin. Our first speaker, Don Michael. Impossible. Impossible. Don Michael.
Can you hear it? Perhaps it's a comment from a coworker, or a remark from your spouse, your son, or your daughter. Or maybe, just maybe, it's coming from that most influential place of all, inside your own head. Impossible. One simple word that can shatter any dream. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anybody that's ever chased a dream, what do you do when somebody tells you that's impossible? Now, TV infomercials and self-help books are chock full of great advice. Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. And when the going gets tough, the tough move back in with their parents. Now, my grandfather, Sam LaRosa, had a dream. He wanted to create a safe place where kids could gather after school. But not everybody shared his vision. Kids will never join your club. You'll never raise the money for a building. You're quitting your job to do what? was my grandmother's comment. Undeterred, my grandfather set out to pursue his dream. He bruised his knuckles, knocking on every door in town. Finally, one door opened. Walter C. Shaw, owner of the G.C. Murphy Company, the local five and dime, provided the much-needed seed money to get the project started. Now, for you young folks in the crowd, there really used to be stores that sold things for a nickel. If you don't believe me, ask Charlie Wilson. With the generous gift of Mr. Shaw and the hard work that followed, my grandfather's dream quickly became a reality. 70 years later, hundreds of kids still pour through the doors of the McKeesport Boys and Girls Club each and every day. When you look into their eyes, now you see hope. They have a chance at a great future because of my grandfather. First he believed, then he achieved. Now, several years ago, I found myself without a chair when the music stopped during a corporate restructuring. This was not the present I was looking for on my 40th birthday. It hurt. Really bad. I made light of the situation to protect my fragile ego. But this was the lowest depths of the Great Recession. Naysayers circled around me. You can't switch industries mid-career. You'll never get a job in this economy. Who wears a tie that color to a job interview? I refused to listen. I thought of my grandfather and began my pursuit. No need to go door to door. A small room with a single window. That became my fortress of solitude. I worked my fingers to the bone, surfing the internet, and dialing the phone, searching for that needle in a haystack. It was much harder than I thought. There were a few bumps in the road along the way. Okay, can we be honest? I hadn't faced this much rejection since I was looking for a prom date. It may have been a little bit nerdy as a teenager. Shocking, But like the search for that special someone, the no's don't matter as long as you find that one right yes. Similar to my grandfather's situation, an ally appeared. A friend who helped me get past those electronic gatekeepers. His direct involvement helped secure a job interview. I took care of the rest. Landing a job in the nuclear industry before my severance package ran out, wearing this tie. My transition to the new company was made so much easier by a wonderful group of people aligned around a common goal. They recently formed a Toastmasters club and welcomed me as a new member. There, I began my journey to becoming a better speaker, a better leader, and a better person. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a promising future waiting for each and every one of you. Regardless of whether you're raising money to chase your dream, working to land your dream job, or trying to fulfill your dream of becoming the world champion of public speaking. If you believe, you can achieve. Can you hear it? It's that voice inside your head again. But now that one dangerous word has morphed into three powerful ones. make possible. Listen to it. Mr. Contest.
Timers may have a minute for our judges to mark their ballots, please. Contestant number 2, Vanessa Matthews. Just jump. Just jump. Vanessa Matthews.
Imagine standing at the edge of the world. Wind whipping around you so hard you can't hear anything but the sound of the voice in your head. My heart pounded, and the butterflies in my belly felt more like cicadas, slicing my stomach into shreds. I jumped towards the earth, screaming for my life, when I realized that my chute had malfunctioned. This is how I'm going to die, I thought, as I hovered my mouse over the purchase button on the Skydive PA website. And in my terror, the mouse landed on the cancel button instead. Mr. Contest Chair and fellow Toastmasters, have you ever let fear get the best of you? I wanted to surprise my husband Paul with skydiving tickets for his birthday, but I was paralyzed by fear. Instead, I got him new bed sheets. There are many things that will hold you back in life, and the biggest culprit is fear of the unknown. We tend to imagine that the unknown is a bigger monster than it really is. But there will come a moment when you have to decide. Stay where you are, or jump into the unknown. When I first stepped into my career, I was a chemical engineer, working with nuclear power to fuel the world with the technology of tomorrow. And I should have been content with my computer and a coffee pot and my very own cubicle. But something didn't sit right. I looked around, and no one seemed happy. Have you ever had to drag yourself out of bed in the morning just to stare at the clock in the afternoon? That was my daily routine. Something had to change. What do you do when you feel stuck? Do you get out of town for a new perspective? Or seek inspiration in a mentor? Maybe you stretch yourself to learn a new skill. I did all three. I flew out to Orange County, California for a conference called Camp Do More, hosted by my fitness hero, Shalene Johnson. And after 3 days of fun workouts and empowering lectures, I had a fire ignited within me. Suddenly, I knew that fitness was my true calling. But thinking about leaving my high-paying job for something else scared the life out of me. But if you would have been in the audience with me during Shalene's lecture, you would have heard her say, "You have to feel the fear and do it anyway." That's when it all clicked. I came home to my husband and I said, "Honey, now I know how I'm going to make a difference." I'm going to help other people. I'm going to help them change and transform. I'm going to start a personal training business. And he looked back at me with those loving eyes and said, have you lost your mind? Let's talk when the high from camp wears off. It didn't wear off, because in less than 2 years, I earned 7 fitness certifications, started a part-time personal training business, and began working with clients at 6 a.m. before work. You wouldn't even think I was the same person, bouncing out of bed at 4:30 a.m. with the energy of Richard Simmons. But for the first time in a long time, I was excited and passionate about what I was doing. 4 years into my career, I decided to take a leap of faith and run my personal training business full-time. My coworkers scoffed. You're throwing away your education. Other personal trainers warned. You're better off keeping your day job. And my husband pleaded, just quit your job already. But I put so much time and hard work into getting that degree. I failed at my dream to be an engineer. That's something my friends and family all looked up to me for. I could barely sleep at night, despite how cozy those bed sheets were. But in July 2013, when I was about to break the news to my boss, cicadas. My heart pounded as I approached his office. I just kept hearing Shalene, feel the fear, do it anyway. I said, Kevin, I'm leaving the company at the end of the year. I have to follow my heart and take this risk. And when he asked, are you sure? I clicked submit. And those last 5 months at my job felt like a long plane ride to 12,000 feet, at which point I had no choice but to jump. The fear of what would happen when the door flies open and I left my office job once and for all pulsed through my veins every day. And on December 19th, 2013, I jumped. And right now, I am free falling. And sometimes it's terrifying. But the view, it's breathtaking. What would be the reward if you could conquer your fear? I did end up jumping out of that plane, by the way, on my 30th birthday last summer. And that day I had 2 choices. Worry what might go wrong, or accept what's about to happen. And there was only one moment of fear, the moment I jumped. After that, I just let go and enjoyed the ride. That thing that's holding you back, it's not as scary as you think. If you have a passion that gives you purpose, don't let fear stand in your way of pursuing it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Just jump.
Timers, we have 1 minute for our judges to mark the ballots. Contestant number 3, Michael Stanley. Waiting for life. Waiting for life, Michael Stanley.
Are you living the life that you want? Are you any closer to it today than you were yesterday? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you like the person looking back? Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, 20 years ago, I hit the lottery of life. The lady I adore said, "I do." And Mary Ellen is a dark-haired beauty with a soft voice and a sweet disposition. And her love covers me like a big fluffy warm blanket on a cold winter's day. There is one problem. We're both a little bit chunky. We eat from the 4 major food groups: hamburgers, french fries, pizza, and hoagies. We are slightly less energetic than slugs. But we want to have some fun. Go out and do things. Be active. So we make plans to get healthy. We're going to eat right. We're going to exercise. We're going to lose some weight someday. Well, the years pass and we don't put those plans into action. I did a search on weight loss, and I found a picture of a really humongous guy. The caption read, "Morbidly obese." Morbid. I was bigger. I completely avoided mirrors.